Welcome back, Dave Usher here. We're going to go ahead and do another tutorial, a little experimental on this painting here. But I wanted everybody to see the one that I finished. Right before this one, I was working on one that had the mountains and some trees. I changed it a little bit here, made the ocean come in a little bit, and you can see the wetness of the beach area where the water has come in. The ocean is spilling over, and some trees is going out. And I changed, made sure that my knife did a pretty good job on the sky. I put four birds here flying. So we're going to set this aside for just a few minutes and go ahead and start another one. I got four colors I got right here. I got a white and orange and yellow and black. You say, wow, what are you going to do with that? Well, we're going to start off with a brush right here. I got a piece of tape over here. I usually do that when I have maybe an ocean scene and bringing down the water and so on. But we're going to go ahead and make sure this is pretty wet. It's already treated. I already did the treating, and we'll get into that later on. But we're going to go ahead and use this wide brush, and hopefully I got everything and you can see it real good. I'm going to take a little yellow, a little orange, a little white, a little black. Then we'll come across just like so. And start with my sky. And it's going to be a different kind of picture here today. I want to make sure I got enough water on here, and you'll see as I come down with the rest of the colors and just kind of experiment here. I'm going to break it, take it like this and kind of go over the top a little bit and just get that. I'm not wearing brush, any of my protective gear as far as the hands, but like some rubber gloves, I have to get some more of those. But I do have my apron on today. Some paintings you need to make sure that you keep yourself clean and don't get a lot of stuff all over your pants or shorts or whatever you're wearing. And because if you're a gentleman out there, their wife don't like to try to get paint. Of course, this is acrylic, and this is a canvas which is 11 by 14. The one that I did the other day was a 14 by 11. I just turned it around. So and let's get a little bit of that orange and yellow down in this area. And come on over and make sure I get the sides somewhat. And coming one down to my line. And I do imagine in your mind and watching this, and you're saying, wow, what's he going to do with this picture? Well, we'll see what we're going to do. And I'm going to a little bit more water. And when you're doing four colors like this at one time, you want to make sure that you keep enough paint on the brush. And this 4-inch brush here does pretty good, and it's soft enough to do your kind of work it around a little bit, and it works pretty good. And so I want to make sure I get those sides and up here pretty good. So hopefully you're watching there. And I do thank you for coming by. If you're new to here, you can go ahead and subscribe. I have a few subscribers out there, and I do appreciate them very much. And so let's get down in here a little bit, and they're coming. Now I have the fans on today and the air conditioning, so on. So you want to make sure that I keep enough water on there to make it flow properly, and you'll see me periodically try to get this it's going pretty good, and then I'm going to bring some white down in here, and now I'm going to get my other brush here in a few minutes and do some darker, get some more black, and lighten it up just a little in here and the orange. See how I'm using this brush for all four colors, and you could experiment with that. And now I'm coming down. Now I'm going to brush it out a little. Just make sure that brushes out fine. Now I'm going to go ahead and put this brush in the water right now. You can hear me. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and get my, what we call is that push brush here. If I can locate it right here. Yeah, here. Here we go. There it is. There it is. And I'm going to come over here with a little black and put that in there. Okay. Put that push brush. There we go. Got some water on it so it's limber enough to get it going. So I'm going to come over here with some of this darker, not too much, and kind of let it flow, and using that push brush, and get some more over here. Just let it go. It only takes a couple seconds, really. Do a good brush out job. And see the clouds working, and a little bit of white. I'm going to put some white up in here. It's kind of a day that's, it's the clouds are kind of going in, and you'll see it darker down here in just a few minutes, and we're still going. And yeah, like I said, those that are watching me today, come on in and be one of our subscribers, and just watch and follow along in my art. You see how these backgrounds are a little far off, and I'm going to come down in here and make it a little closer to the line here, and bring it on over and brush it out a little bit. Brush it out. Just let it go. And coming. And then I'm going to use a little bit of my white. I'm going to come over here and kind of brush it out. Kind of make your clouds. You come in around. So this picture here is, of course, I said 11 by 14. 11 this way, 14 this way. All right, now we're going to get some of that orange and mix it in a little bit here, and let it flow. Okay, and just and use that brush that make your clouds. And see, that's a pretty pretty good size. I call it. It's just a round brush, and it does pretty good. And if you're doing like trees and bushes and flowers, and you can really use this to your advantage. So, let's do, and usually when I do something like this, um, I'm going to put a little yellow in here. Um, it's just experimental, and I'm going to do a little bit up in here. See, clouds always change. They never change, never stays the same. So you'll see some white up here, and then of course the gray underneath. Get that going, and a little bit of other colors. Like that tip of it, and you can just go ahead and make a cross section here, and just lighten it up a little bit, and let it flow. Okay, now we're going to come down in here with with some gray, and I'm going to come over here like so, and just like that, and see what we can do as far as and I'm going to bring in a little white right in this area, and bring it over, and come on down with your white, and white in this area, and you say, Mr. Usher, that's kind of dark looking, isn't it? Well, that's what I want to make it look like, and bring it over so like so, and let's get a little bit more water over here, just a drop. All right, and I'm going to bring a little bit more gray over in this area, and a little bit more white in this area, a bit of white over here. Okay, I'm going to take and dry it off just a little bit, so stand by. You'll hear a little noise here. I know the last painting I did was about an hour, so hopefully this won't take as long. And for those that are just getting home from your day's work, or wherever you may have been out today, picking up the children or whatever, but we're going to bring it down, and we're going to grab a hold of that tape, which hopefully I can get a hold of, and bring it on out. Make sure you got your trash can nearby. You want to have that. And get that trash put away, and let's come on down here. I'm going to go with some of the darker colors right in here, a little bit of white. And I'm going to come down in here like this. And I'm going to light it up with a little little white and come on down. See, those clouds are really coming in there. You say, wow. A little bit more. And like I say, this is like a experimental painting here today, and see what we got. And come on over. Come down to your line here and bring it on over. There we go. Now we're going to lighten up just a little bit over here. And make that cloud come down so like that. Yeah, come on over. Now Mr. Usher is going to use both hands. I'm going to use both hands. I'm going to come over here and lighten it up just a little bit. And just kind of bring it in there. Make sure you get the size and come in there like so. And now what I'm going to do is go ahead and get down here a little bit, make some waves, and then you say, well, I can't tell from the ocean to the sea. Well, we'll show you what we're going to do with that in a minute. So let's come on over, and I want to do a little bit of blue in here. If I can get it working here. Let's see if we can't get rid of the blue. Yeah, I don't like this. I'm going to mix this in with a little bit of gray, a little bit of blue, get my colors moving. All right, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to change that brush just a little different brush here. I'm going to get an angle brush, which is this brush right here. That's the angle brush. And I'm going to come over here with that and see what we can do with this here. All right. I'll come over here. All right. And let's come in a little bit more. Now I'm coming down like so. Let's get a little bit more white. Let's get closer to that. A little bit more of that blue and the gray mixed in. Using that angle brush to my choosing here. Now I'm going to come in here and get some black. And I will come in like this. You see, Mr. Rush, what's that? Well, it's going to be a little bit of your, little bit of that land showing up. Come over here with the black and the gray a little bit. I'm using that angle brush. right. Now, let's get a little bit of, just a little jab of greenish tint here. Just a little. And just come in here like so. And a little bit of green down here. A little bit more green, black together. Alright. Now, since that ocean is coming in there like that, you gotta make sure let me wipe this brush off just a little bit. Always make sure you have your towels ready and so you can get to it. And now I'm going to come in with a little bit more white. And I'm going to use that. Come in like that. Since it's dark, what about some trees or something? Well, I'm going to use that little brush that I usually use right here like this. I'm going to come in here and tap this. Yeah, come over here and tap it over here like this. And let's do a little bit more. And not too much though. You don't want too much gobbing. See, it's getting dark, so now I'm going to put a little bit of white in there. Just a little bit. Make it look. Come over here, get a little of that white. Get a little of that white there. Yep. All right. Now, all I do is come over here and get this smaller brush, this flat brush, just a little small one, like right like that. And let's come over here. Now I'm going to come in here like so. That's a start of something. I wonder what that's going to be, Mr. Rush. Well, I don't know. Let's see what we can do. All right. Let's do a little lighten up a little bit. Just a little bit. All right. So let's come over here. Use a little bit of just coming across there. Hopefully I didn't move a camera. All right. And let's come on over and do a little bit more here. I'm going to get a little bit of that white in there. A little bit of white. And I'm I'll get a whole bunch of white. And take this wood brush here that I got. It's a little better brush. Let's see. Let's get rid of these brushes back here and see what we got. Put that aside and kind of lighten it up. It's about the smaller brush. Come in here like so. And hopefully my face is not getting in there, my head not getting on there. It kind of, since it's a small painting, we like to make sure that it uses small brush for small things. Now we're going to go back to our other brush that I used. Let's see, get a little bit of my white here and do a little bit of that in here. Come over like so. Over here, we'll let that dry out a little bit before I start with the more black. But I'm going to come in with a little bit of gray, a little bit of white. Come over here and kind of follow it through. Now, back in the background, the reason why I made it, this is going to be kind of like a mountain back there. Yeah, let's see what we can do with that mountain. Protruding up out of the... Alright. And let's come down in here. Bring our sun over. Come on down in here. See how it looks back here. Alright. Now, what I'm going to do is get that brush and I'll use sometimes. Maybe right here. And I'm going to get a little bit of that green. A little bit of gray in there. Kind of. Right. And a little bit more of that gray. A little bit of black. Now I'll come down in here. Just kind of put some bushes down in there, like so. You can lighten it up a little. Alright, now we're going to go ahead with some black down in here. Don't want to get too much. Down in here a little bit. Alright. Put that aside. Let's see what we got here. Now I'm going to finish some of the white up here on the mountains. I mean up on the sky. And come in with my push little round brush. And since this is drying pretty good here, you kind of make them come off like that. A little bit more white over here. Let's get a little bit of white over here. Come down in here. All right, let's bring it on up. Since it looks pretty good. Bring it on up with that blue. Lighten up as you go along. I'm using the blue and the white together. Now bring it in. Let those waves come up in there. And just keep coming on in. There we go. Coming right down into the area there. Bring on over. Let's bring it in a little bit because that's where it's overflowing into your little bit of land there, a little bit of dark. And come on in. See that green and black is pretty well dry now since I got fan on there a little bit. And all right, coming in pretty good. Let's get let that come on over here because that water's got to go somewhere, right? Water's got to go somewhere. Yeah. All right. Now, let's come up in here. Use that same brush. We'll kind of make those clouds coming so. Kind of brush it out. Make sure you get the size. All right, we're moving right along. I'm going to get a little bit more of that white. and orange there. Maybe I can use, well, let's get a little bit more white because I'll be using more white. Remember, I always use a lot of white, so when you go to buy your stuff, just make sure you buy a lot of white. I'm going into the orange a little bit. Let's get a little bit more white. All right, I'm gonna come over here like so. Okay, now we'll come down here. All right, let's go up here with some more white and come in here like so. Now brush it out. And come over here. Okay. All right. And make when you come in and when you have a comment, just go ahead and make some comments and tell me how you like the painting and drop me a thumbs up on the paintings, and if you enjoy watching it, and don't forget to subscribe. So I'm going to close it out here in just a moment, and I'm a little black up in here, like there's a storm coming up, and kind of brush it out a little. You can put layer on top of layers, and it never ceases to amaze you how it comes out. Come on down in here and you can make it like that. All right. Okay. Now, down here. And then if you want to, you can come down in here and kind of, if there's a kind of shining off your orange sky. All right, let's come up in here and brush it down. All right, hit it with a little water. All right, here we go. There we go. Okay, I'm still with you. Just backing over here and try to see how it looks and make it kind of realistic looking. Let's come in here with a little white. Use the tip of that brush also. All right. I think we pretty much got what we want today. All right. I'm going to come in here with a little bit more. Let's see. A little bit more. Now we'll put a little bit of rock here on the side here. There comes the rocks here. And I'm using a little black on the end of that same brush I just did the sky with. And just gonna, make those rocks protrude out there and just reach out and give you some character in your painting. And come out here, give you some more rocks and bring it up. And get some rocks here, and rocks up in here. And let's get some more rocks over here. All right. All right. Now, what we're going to do, put that aside and go ahead and get my other brush and get some white, put on the end of that angle brush, just like so. Just like that. There we go. And we're going to come back down. Here comes the ocean. Bring it on up. Get some more white. And this painting will be finished here in just a minute. And probably I'll be doing, like I said before, finishing up with some other touches. And I'll always come back and show you what I finished doing. All right. All right. Do a little black, a little that blue, mix it in with the black, and come over here and do it like it did before. Okay. I think we're going to call it switch right now, and hopefully you seen what I did and how I did it. There's a lot I can do to make it more vivid, and but we'll work on it. And I didn't want to keep you too long. It's about 45 minutes. Well, okay. Well, remember, I finished this one here, you can see it there, and bring it over. You can see that finished, and this one's almost finished, except for the sky, and I'll work on that. And when you come back the next time, make sure that you subscribe to my channel, and it's so good to have you back with us today. If you have been following me, if you are new here, thank you very much for dropping by, and have patience and watching me do a little art at 87 plus. So come on back and be with me. This is Dave Usher here, and I'm always here to help in any way I can. If you have any questions, any ideas, comments, please do so. Remember, the hands and the mind and the heart to do your art. So don't be afraid to try things, okay? And come back and be with me. And this is Dave Usher saying so long for today, and we'll see you at another time.